Hello everyone, welcome to Energy First Golf. So today in this video we're going to talk about the importance of understanding the golf swing. Why golf swing is so important if you're swinging and you're not hitting. And actually the golf swing is going to give you a lot more forgiveness than actually hitting the ball. Okay, and a lot of viewers, a lot of members ask me, man, what happens if I have like a tall grass, balls in the rough, I can never seem to get out, maybe 1 out of 10 times, and the fairway bunkers, and also we have a big divot here, how come, how do I get the ball out in the divots? As you can see, guys, I'm going to put the camera over here. So there's a big hole right here, right? There you go. Okay, there's your divot. So, now obviously, if you play golf with your buddies who don't care, you say, hey, I need to take the ball out of the divot. And they say, hey, go ahead and do it. And then you got buddies that, hey, no, you can't do that. You got to play as it lies. And then we're in trouble, right? So, understanding right now, a golf swing, it just means once you create correct energy, once you accelerate with correct energy, your body is leading the arms and the clubs. So that's the reason why, as you can see, the tall players, when you get through the ball, we always talk about the shaft lean forward angle, right? So the attack angle. But I really don't like the word attack angle, because when I say attack, it really means stopping at a position. So that's the reason why we at Energy First, Impact Later, we don't like the word hit down on the ball, attack the ball, because you're actually getting through the ball. But obviously, when you get through the ball correctly with a golf swing, the shaft is in front of the ball and you get through it. And also, remember, the most important thing we've been talking about is called the rip through the ball. Ripping just means the club, because the swing speed, your body is leading it. You can see how the club head is ripping through, turning through the ball. Okay. Now, understanding the difference between a swing and a hit, because a lot of amateurs, when you guys try to hit the ball, your visually speaking is always going to do what? You try to get through the ball based on a perfect entry. A perfect entry. Okay, because that's what your mind's telling you to do, and that's what, again, if you try to hit down on the ball or try to hit a square, and this is what happens. But understanding, if you want to do that, you know how precise you have to be, right? So a lot of times you either top the ball or you try to hit it too steep and you hit a fat, top or fat. The truth is, by doing the wrong thing, it's actually not as forgiving. But if you're doing it correctly, you swing, you let the club lean forward because your body's swinging, and you're actually making contact with the ball like that. And you notice how there's a lot more what I call the face interaction, right? Because when you swing it this way, but when you try to scoop it, you actually don't have a lot of forgiveness. So here's another example. What a scoop it looks like. Right now, you have a ball right now. If I do this, and the ball goes in the air, that's actually a scoop. Now, obviously, you say, well, can I do that? Yeah, you can do that to be very precise, because the ball is on the ground. The club has to get through here very precisely. But you can do this, but at the same time, what if I do this, if I squeeze like this? This is called compression, right? Compression. So you can do this in the air, but when the ball is on the ground, it's very difficult. So what is compression, which is what we've been talking about, how the club head and the club shaft is going to lean, because the body is swinging, the shaft is in front of the ball, and it's going to compress, and it's going to turn the ball over, because by doing this, essentially what you're doing is you're creating a lot more club head speed. And then you're using the design of the club, the toe way, to smack and rip through the ball. And by doing that, you create what? Compression. Right? Because you either toss the ball or compress, but toss is easy if the ball is right here, but it's on the ground, it's difficult. So that's the reason why a golf swing is so important. I mean, if you want to play correct, obviously if you cannot take the ball out, because right now there's a hole right here, I'm going to put it right there, right? I'm going to put it in the divot, and let's see what happens. Because I want to make sure I'm able to what? Get through the ball I can feel my club head get through, but based on my body correct rotational energy. Okay? So think about what I just talked about. So now I'm going to do it, because the ball is on the pretty deep hole. All right, so I'm going to try to swing correctly. So as you can see, the ball came out, right? So I'm gonna do one more. I'm put it in the hole. You can see the ball actually rose. It's about like a ½ inch in the ground right now, right? So I'm gonna do one more, right? All right. Look at that. So you can see the ball comes out. Now, obviously, if you try to scoop it, in this situation, you try to scoop it, because the idea is that easy for someone to scoop it, because naturally that's what you want to do, because you're emotionally invested. You say, well, I got to get the ball out. So you're scooping it. So if I scoop it right now, it looks like this. Well, it says if I scoop it, and you can see I just topped the ball, right? So what I'm going to do one more. This time I'm actually going to lean against the grass, because pretend this is tall grass. I'm going to lean against it. Well, it says, right? So I'm going to do the same thing and see where the ball is going to go, right? See how much the ball is going to advance. There you go. And that time I caught it a little fat, but it actually advanced out. But you can see a lot of times when you see a U.S. Open, the tour players, they're not going to get a full distance from the club. They're advancing outward, but the truth is, when the grass is very tall, you might top it, and then it will just go maybe a couple yards. So we're going to do one more. All right, lean against the tall grass, which is the divot right here, right? Look at that. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do one where the grass is behind the ball. I'm going to step down on it. Okay. So there you go. So I'm going to do one right now. Okay. The situations like this, if you try to find that perfect entry point, you might as well forget it. The ball is not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to do a correct swing, right? There you go. The ball just came out. Okay. So understanding, guys, energy first, impact later. Don't worry about impact. Don't worry about how the club's going to get to it, how perfect it's going to get to it. Because your body, your energy has to lead the club. Okay? Again, I know golf swing is difficult, but I always say that there's no such thing as perfect golf swing, but perfect golf energy. And it's hard to learn golf swinging, and at the same time, it's hard to learn golf hitting. And why do you think every one of you guys out there just practice every day, try to find that? But the truth is, a lot of times when you practice, you may not be working on a swing, but you may be working on what? Just hitting the ball. So when I say you're not working on a swing, it means you're not working on the correct motion, correct energy that's in motion. Okay? So I know a lot of people say, hey, man, you talked about how the standard golf instruction. Absolutely. Energy first, impact later should be the standard golf instructions, because, again, learning how to swing, learning how to hit the ball, it's both difficult. It's your choice, right? So check out our channel, watch all our videos. You will learn a lot. And don't forget to click the button here to subscribe to our channel. And we'll have 2 recommended videos for you to watch. And don't forget, we have gloves and belt right now. Check out our Shopify link. Thank you. I'll see you next time.